everything is growing good. Everything has sprouted except for my chives, and one of the lettuces is still, it's sprouted, but it isn't coming up out of the little pod yet. Let me see if I can get this to where y'all can see it up close. See? This is 2 weeks. I'm very pleased with it. Okay, y'all can see the screen on my Aerogarden, and it told me this morning that I needed to add the nutrients every 2 weeks. You have to add some more. So I added 2 tablespoons of the liquid fertilized mixture, and then my water level was down a little bit, so I added some more water. And then I took y'all a picture down here of what it looks like already, but I'm going to show you, and then I'll go on into that one. Everything has sprouted. Look how big that lettuce is in 2 weeks. Everything has sprouted way back there in the back. Let me see if I can zoom in. I don't know if you can see or not. Yeah. See the chives? I mean the dill. Now the one over here on this corner on the far back, right there with the little top still on it, is my chives, and they have not sprouted yet, but everything else is looking really good. This is a couple of lettuces in the front that are smaller. This one is sprouted, but it has to come up above the paper level, and then I'll take the little cup off. Good morning, y'all, and welcome back to Apron Strings. If this is your first time to visit, I'm so glad you're here, and I hope you'll come back often. I hope you'll hit that little bell and be notified when I put up a new video, and subscribe and give me a thumbs up. We have lots of fun. We cook and we garden, and we just do a lot of different stuff on this channel. So welcome today, and we're going to get right into cooking. I'm going to make a recipe that's easy and it's good. You know, I like Panda Express, but they're kind of pricey sometimes when my pocketbook's a little empty. So I've learned to make a few things at home that's kind of like what they have. If y'all don't have a Panda Express, that's Chinese food that's quick and good, and if you got a tasting for it, you can run through the drive-thru and pick some up. Today I'm going to make easy Korean beef. It's very easy. It's made with ground beef instead of your sliced pieces of beef, but the taste is the same, and it's so good. So the first thing we're going to do is put a tablespoon of sesame oil into the skillet, which I've done, and I'm going to brown 1 pound of ground beef. Now I'm using 80-20, and I will drain it, and then we'll get the rest of the ingredients in there. So over here on the stove, I've got, let me see if you can see my skillet. I think you can. I'll move it over to this burner. I'm going to go ahead and turn the burner on. I've already put my oil in, and I've got my ground beef in, and I'm going to chop the ground beef up with my little mix and chop here from Pampered Chef. I'm just going to break it up where it'll be down in there where it can brown in pieces. And when it gets brown, we're going to add some garlic to it and some more stuff, and we'll be ready to put it over some white rice or pasta and eat it. Now I'm gonna steam a little bit of broccoli on the side. It's not in the original recipe. Usually I do it over white rice, just the meat. But today I'm gonna do some angel hair pasta, and I'm gonna put some broccoli in it because the grandkids like the beef and broccoli. So I thought I would try that. I'm going to be headed down there after a while, so I'll take it to them to enjoy. Troy will like it. So we'll see. But right now, I'm just going to get this browning up. And the sesame oil is just a taste factor. It's going to add some of that, you know, the flavor into it that we like. So I'm going to let this brown, and then I'll bring y'all over here close right now in a minute and let you see what it looks like. And then we'll get on with everything else that goes in it. It's going to have some crushed red pepper, black pepper, brown sugar, soy sauce, green onions, garlic. It's going to be yummy. Okay, I've just got my stand pan that nothing sticks to, and it doesn't hurt to use metal utensils in it. I love it. I've got my beef. I put some of the sesame oil in there, and I've got my beef browning, and then we'll add everything else when it comes time. Okay, the beef is just, you know, it's done. It's not pink anymore.
So when it gets to this stage, you want to add 3 to 4 cloves of garlic. Let me get my garlic. And I'm just going to stir that around and let the garlic cook. It's on a medium low, so it's not going to burn. And I just minced my garlic with my garlic press where I could disperse it all in the ground beef. And while that is just simmering along here, I'm going to get a little water in my pot to steam some broccoli. I don't want a whole lot, I just want enough, and y'all can't even see what I'm doing. There we go. I'm putting some water in here so I can steam my broccoli. I'm going to get it going back there. Wrong one. Bring that up to a boil, and I'll add some salt to it, and I'm going to steam my broccoli because I am going to put broccoli in mine. That garlic smelling yummy. I wish y'all could smell. Let's see if I can get it to where you can see both of them. Yeah, you can kind of see both of them now. About the time I make my mind up that, ooh, I love Mexican food best. Ooh, I love Italian food best. Ooh, I love Chinese food best. Something else comes along. So y'all have decided. The bottom line is I love food. So we're just going to have a variety here because I like chicken and dumplings and fried chicken and taters and gravy too. So, you know, I like gumbo too. See what I'm talking about? I like one of each. So we'll just settle on the fact that I just like food. Let's see. I'll just use this one. Stir that a little bit. I love the stand pans, and I'm not affiliated with them. But you can use metal utensils in them, and it doesn't hurt them, and I like that. Okay, now I've got my garlic pretty well done in there. I'm going to put the lid on that pot and it'll boil quicker maybe. So I'm going to add 1 bunch. Well, first of all, I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of soy sauce. Now, if y'all were cooking for a big old bunch, you could double this. It wouldn't be hard at all to double it. And I might wish I had it, but today, that's almost a full 1/4. I'm a little shy, but that's okay. And I'm going to add a 1/2 cup of brown sugar. I need a teaspoon of crushed red pepper. And I need about a 1/4 of a teaspoon of ground black pepper. And then I'm going to stir this around a little bit, and then I'll add in my green onions. It already smells wonderful now. I'm telling you. It's going to be good. After I get it made, I may end up off camera making another batch to have enough, because I'm going to take it down to April's here in a little bit, and her kids love Panda Express, so they're going to love this. And that way they'll have something to eat. Okay, I'm going to turn it down on low. I'm going to add in my onions. Get out of there. Sometimes stuff's just kind of stubborn. And I want all the flavor in there. Be my luck, it'd be a hunk of garlic caught in there. We can't have that. We need that garlic breath. Okay, 1 bunch of green onions going in. And I didn't worry about chopping them at an angle. I just chopped them up. Some of them aren't as chopped as others, and some of them are chopped pretty good. I guess the ones that hadn't behaved themselves got chopped the most. We'll teach them to cut up and act up. See, if that was in strips of beef like we're used to seeing in beef and broccoli, the thinly sliced beef, it would look more like what we think we're supposed to be seeing, but let me tell you, it tastes just as good, and as the recipe title says, it's easy. I'm going to give it a taste. Y'all, that's wonderful. Delicious. Right, I'm gonna cut it off and put the lid on it until I can get my broccoli done. And then I'll stir the broccoli in and get my noodles cooked. Okay, I got me some plated up with white rice. I am going to cook noodles for the kids, but I had some rice in the refrigerator, so I just added butter to it and heated me up some to put some beef on it, and then I'm fixing a taste of it, let y'all know what it tastes like. I'm glad y'all came along to the kitchen today for this wonderful, easy dish, and it's really as good as takeout, and it's a whole lot easier. Now I've got my white rice. I just added me some chunks of butter to it, and I'm just going to get me a bite of everything and see what it tastes like. What you could do when you cook your rice is go ahead and add the Lipton's or the store brand onion soup mix to it. Bump the flavor up a little bit and give it a little more like their fried rice taste. That is absolutely wonderful. Quick and easy. You know, if you're going to have to cook supper this afternoon, one morning you say, what am I going to cook? Lay you out. Now, I actually went back and made another pound. So I made 2 pounds. I doubled it. I used 2 pounds of beef. And there's enough there to feed 7 or 8 people, which I'm taking it down to April's. And there will be 4 of them because their daddy's in the hospital. Today's his surgery day. For the pancreatic cancer. It's going to be a 8 to 10 hour surgery, and April had surgery Wednesday, so she couldn't go today. His sister's down there with him, texting the updates. This is wild and crazy, and I'm not going to go into a bunch of explanations, but it's just how life has to be right now. So I'm going to take this down there for the kids because I'm going to run April to the doctor for a checkup. So anyhow, I went ahead and doubled it where we'd have plenty of food. And I'm going to try to keep getting some stuff up, but I'm telling y'all, I'm on a merry-go-round right now, and I'm doing the very best that I can. So I hope y'all be patient with me. Just hit that bell, and when one pops up, you'll be notified. I'm going to try to get back on schedule. I'm still trying to do 3 a week, but they're not popping up on their designated day. And I know I didn't get a cooking for 1 or 2 made. I just wasn't here to do it. So we'll get back on schedule, and we will have recipes coming, but they may not be on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. But there's 7 days in the week, so I'll try to catch 2 or 3 of them. How's that? Try this recipe. It's very good, very easy, something different. Now, Troy won't like it because of the sweetness. He doesn't like the teriyaki flavor and stuff, but like I told y'all, I think I like food, period. F-O-O-D. Do I look like I don't like food? No, I like food. So I'm going to enjoy this, and I know the kids will. So I'll see y'all in a day or 2 with another recipe. Cover your back. Add some extra stuff to your pantry. Well, you know what? I'm going to tell you something. All this flooding and all of the freezes that we had, it's going to affect the farmers' crops. So whether we have a shortage due to a national emergency, a catastrophe, blah, 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 we're going to have a shortage because of a shortage of crops, and then there's going to be a shortage because you're living on a budget and everything's going to double or triple, and you can't afford what you used to could afford. So if you'll go ahead and stock your pantry with your extra money, cook at home, don't go eat out,
use that extra money to put something else in your pantry. Then when prices go sky high, you'll have a little cushion. You won't have to pay that right off the bat. And maybe they'll go back down a little bit, which they seldom drop the prices once they make them go up. So y'all need to be smart, use your brain, add a little bit of extra stuff to your deep freeze and your pantry shelves. See at Old Farmer's Market and can you some stuff. Get your pantry stocked because I think it's going to come in handy. I don't think we're going to sail through the next few years or the next year or the next few months without some big old bumps in the road. And you can make yours easier on yourself if you will. Here I am again trying to boss y'all around, but you need to listen. The good Lord bless and keep you, and I'll be back in a day or two, and I'll try to think up something else to talk to you about that I think you need to know.